Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Top 5 Fridays, my new series. This is episode number 1, and in this episode, we're going to be talking about 5 moves the WWE have actually banned for being way too dangerous. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to WWE Brandon Notch here, and welcome back to another Top 5 video. In this one, we'll be talking about all kinds of different kinds of moves that have been banned by the WWE for being way too dangerous. So here is the updated list. I did this list like a few years ago, and there was like some moves that have since not been banned anymore. Like the curb stomp's not banned no more, 450 splash isn't banned anymore, but these moves are the ones that are still banned. So number 5 is Randy Orton's punt. So most people know the punt's banned. Every once in a while he'll still tease it or whatever, but he can't actually hit it. I mean, here's the thing. Any of these moves can be like approval. Like they can't just do these moves in the middle of a match without like approval. Like for a Orton punt, then Randy Orton would have to go to Vince and ask Vince, hey, can I do the punt? I wanted to make this thing good. And Vince can say yes or no. And that's basically what the banned move is. So when I say banned move, don't think banned, like you're never ever gonna see this move in WWE wrestling ever again, because it's not the case. It's just like when they're just coming up like spots, they can't just like pull these things out of nowhere and just do them, because they're like you have to get approval for these things. So I just want to kind of clear that up. Like banned in WWE isn't really like banned in the traditional like sense of the word. But Randy Orton's punt is number 5. The move's extremely dangerous. I mean, you can just see concussion written all over the move. Even though he's not really like, if the move's executed like properly, you shouldn't get a concussion because it shouldn't really hurt you that bad. I know when he punted Vince actually specifically requested, I can't sell worth a damn, so you're gonna have to actually kick me in the head, and that's what he did. Like kick the hell out of Vince when he punted Vince McMahon. But anyway, that is number 5. It's Randy Orton's punt. Number 4 is the traditional pile driver. So when I say pile driver, a lot of people are gonna be like, what? The Undertaker still uses it or whatever. Not that pile driver. So there's like, I mean, there's a million different variations of pile drivers, but if we're just looking at like, there's the Undertaker version, obviously, where he like picks up the person and then he just lands on his knees, which that version is allowed in the WWE. But the version that is not allowed, which when I say not allowed, you have to get approval for it. So basically it's the version where you pick up the person, but instead of like landing on your knees, you basically do like a leg drop and you like nail the person's head into the mat. And nail their head into the mat. You guys get what I'm saying here. But the original pile driver is another move that is just banned for being way too dangerous. Again, another one that has concussion written all over it. WWE, like, the past, I don't know, what do you want to say, past decade, have really, like, smartened up to the whole, like, concussion thing, mental health thing, kind of drug thing. They've kind of really, like, cleaned up their act in, like, the past decade. Kind of like make everything like a lot more safer and more of a, like, I guess kind of just like have to like put themselves on the same level as with other sports where we have to drug test people, we have to like have concussion awareness and all kinds of stuff like that, and like they have to do the sports stuff, and at the same time they have to do like the Hollywood kind of stuff, like acting to make sure like everyone's happy creatively and all kinds of stuff like that, which is something they need to work on now because there's a lot of that right now. But as far as like wrestler safety, that's something they've been like really concerned about. I mean, obviously they've always been concerned about it, but this past like decade they've really like cracked down on it. Number three is kind of like a pile driver. I would say, I mean, I would call it a pile driver variation, really. So it's the number 3. The move is called the vertebrae. So the vertebrae is Hurricane Helms, really. Hopefully we all know who Hurricane Helms is if we have seen WWE here for a while. But basically what he did, the best way I can explain it, because obviously I can't show you WWE footage because WWE are just like copyright, like the copyright stuff with WWE is like impossible to like fight with them or like try to tell them. The law is I can actually show this in my video and then it's just not worth it. So I'm not going to be showing you the video, but obviously it's just a YouTube search away. So the vertebrae, basically, instead of like picking up the person, obviously upside down, and putting them up front, you actually hang them from your back and then like do a leg drop so their head like hits, but they're on your back. So basically it's like a backwards pile driver, traditional pile driver, which is, it looks very cool, I do have to say, but at the same time, it can be messed up if you're don't have the move perfected or whatever. I mean, there's always potential in any move to go dangerous, but the vertebrae just looks really bad. It looks like it would hurt the hell out of you, but when it's done right, obviously it doesn't. But that one time that you don't do it, it's just like a little bit off, then you could potentially like paralyze someone. All right, number two. I know a lot of people are gonna like freak out when I say this. We're like, what? You're an idiot. No, it's not. I see it all the time. So number 2 is the pedigree. So the pedigree, obviously, Triple H. So when I say pedigree, I don't mean the pedigree they use now. So there was a different version of the pedigree before they modified it. So now, obviously, Triple H has the pedigree. Seth Rollins was using it for a while. They both did the modified pedigree. So basically, the way the pedigree used to work is obviously they hook the arms, but the way it used to work, you would hold their arms and kind of like when you went down on your knees, their head was like this close to the mat. But now what actually they do, before they like even start to go down, they release the arms so the wrestler can like put their hands out so they don't hit their head on the mat and like potentially cause a concussion or whatever. So the original pedigree is something that I would say this is an actual band thing that you're probably never, ever, ever, ever gonna see in the WWE again, because it's pointless, because it looks pretty damn close. I mean, you have to really be watching for it to really see a difference. So yeah, the original pedigree is number 2. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're coming up on number 1, but before I jump into number 1, I do want to promote some stuff because I want to be an annoying promoting YouTuber like everyone. So, Brandon Hodge merchandise store, if you want to help support the channel in any way. I mean, there's multiple ways you can support the channel down below. Obviously, there's the Patreon, SeatGeek, and all that kind of stuff. But if you want to get something like back, there's the Brandon Hodge merchandise store. You can get like a t-shirt, you can get something as small as a sticker, there's posters, there's all kinds of fun stuff. So if you guys are interested in that, I would appreciate the support. But if you don't, or you can't support me that way, I understand, and I still love you anyway. So here we go, guys. Number 1, the number 1 banned move in the WWE right now. It's not really that specific, but it's shots to the head. I'm just shots to the head. I'm not saying chair shots to the head, I'm just saying shots to the head. You can't really hit, like if you're having like, let's say an Extreme Rules match or no disqualification match, an holds warrior match, whatever the case may be, where you can use like weapons or whatever. And by weapons, obviously, I mean like chairs, kendo sticks, trash cans, whatever. You can't really hit each other in the head like you used to in the 90s. Again, this is another concussion like precaution. Obviously, this is something AEW like was in the news for because they did an unprotected chair shot. So you may see them like go for the head with a weapon or something, but every time in the WWE, you're gonna see the wrestler put up their hands and like it's not actually hitting their head, it's hitting their hands. But in AEW, they did the unprotected chair shot where Cody Rhodes was basically just standing there like this and got hit right in the head of the chair. So there was like no way to like protect himself, and it's an unprotected chair shot. So unprotected shots to the head are completely banned in the WWE. Just for the concussion reason. So yeah, basically like back in the 90s, they used to just hit the hell of each other in the head with like steel chairs and just right on, whatever. But yeah, you're not gonna see that. Like you're not gonna see someone swing a kendo stick right at someone's head. You're not gonna see a chair shot. You're not gonna see any kind of weapon thrown right at the head, at least not unprotected. You might see them go for the head, but then put their hands up or whatever. But yeah, guys, those are 5 moves I thought I would share with you guys that are actually banned in the WWE right now. And again, this is something I need to say. These aren't necessarily, like, the banned in WWE isn't actually banned. You just gotta get approval for it. This is just 5. There's, like, probably, if we go down the list of things you have to get approval for from Vince McMahon, there's probably hundreds of things. But this is just 5 of them I thought I would talk to you guys about in this video. But this is episode number 1 of Top 5 Fridays, so if you guys enjoyed episode number 1 of Top 5 Fridays, definitely let me know in the comment section down below. I'm doing all kinds of different kinds of videos here. I'm having a variety of WWE content back here on the channel, so if you guys are enjoying it so far, make sure to like this video. And if you're brand new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. It's absolutely free. If you want to help support the channel, my merchandise link is down below, as well as my Patreon link and my SeatGeek discount code. But anyway, guys, I will stop running my mouth and let you guys continue with your wonderful day. Or if you guys want to go check out more Brandon Hodge videos, there's like 1,000 of them, so you guys can enjoy that. So thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.